Hello and welcome back to another episode. In this video I'm gonna review the stealth scope and the sniper scope, both light rifles for the original Microsoft Xbox. And let's go! Both light rifles were developed by a company called Pelican in the year 2003, and they were released in 2004, actually early 2004, for the original Microsoft Xbox and the Sony PlayStation 2 by a couple of companies, first by Pelican themselves, then also by a company called Logic 3, then by a company called Untitled Concepts, and the last one that I know of is called VGA, which stands for Video Game Accessories. Now, even though some websites may say something different, those light rifles don't work on modern LCD, LED or plasma TVs or projectors. They only work on old school CRT TVs. Yeah, the light rifles were specifically designed for the games House of the Dead 3, which was released in 2003 for the Microsoft Xbox, and the Silent Scope games, which were released in 2004 as Silent Scope Complete. And this one, Silent Scope Complete, includes all the Silent Scope games, so you get Silent Scope, Silent Scope 2, Fatal Judgment, Silent Scope 3 and Silent Scope FX. Now, what makes these light rifles so special? In terms of House of the Dead 3, if we just use the main light rifle part, it looks like a shotgun, it feels like a shotgun, and you also get a pump action like a shotgun, and you can use it to reload your weapon in the game. And the arcade machine of House of the Dead 3 also used similar controllers like this one, but they had a more realistic look than this one. And in terms, or in the case of the Silent Scope games, if you add the 3 extra parts that came with the light rifle to the main light rifle part, like a stock, a barrel and a scope, you get a pretty cool looking futuristic sniper rifle. And the really cool thing is actually here on the back you have a motion sensor which recognizes if you look through the scope or not, and this tells the game to turn on or off the magnification of the scope in the game. Pretty cool, and yeah, very interesting idea actually. And the arcade machine used also a similar controller like this one, but it also had a very realistic look to it instead of this one. But the arcade machine, or actually the sniper rifle controller of the arcade machine actually had an LCD screen in the scope, and this was very cool because you had the big screen on the arcade machine, and on the big screen you could see the whole game screen with the crosshair but without magnification. And inside the scope on the LCD screen you could see the crosshair with the magnification, and that gave you a very realistic sniper experience. Pretty awesome arcade machine that I love to play back in the days. I guess the last time I played it was in 2001, but this was a very cool arcade machine that I really love to play. But the funny thing is actually that Silent Scope is not a light gun shooter, it's actually a rail shooter. And the reason for that is because you couldn't take the sniper rifle in your hands because it was mounted to the arcade machine. So basically the sniper rifle was more or less a fancy analog stick. And a very funny thing, at least for me, is that recently I noticed that a lot of games that I would have called light gun shooters are originally rail shooters, and they only became light gun shooters because they were released on home video game systems with the ability of a light gun support. So for instance, Operation Wolf, Operation Thunderbolt, Line of Fire, Terminator 2, the arcade game, or Beastbusters. All of those games are technically rail shooters, and they more or less became light gun shooters later on when they were released for home video game systems. And I know this is not the ultimate information or truth or anything, but I find stuff like this very interesting. But anyways, next we're gonna take a closer look at those light rifles. First of all, we'll take a quick look at the boxes of those light rifles, and we're gonna start with the stealth scope. So here you have the front of the stealth scope. My version was released by Logic 3, and here you can see also the extra functions that you get with this light rifle. So motion active scope, linear kickback simulation, and pump action reload. Then here on the side we have a little warning that this light rifle is not compatible with all kinds of televisions. It doesn't work on 100 Hz CRT TVs, LCD, plasma TVs or rear projection TVs, and actually it also doesn't work with projectors. And here on the back we can see how the light rifle looks, and also with all the extra features mentioned here, also with the warning. And here, yeah, you also have a couple of different languages and basically what this light rifle can do or can't do. Good, this was the stealth scope. Now we come to the sniper scope. And the sniper scope, my version was released by Titan Concepts. Here again you can see how it looks like. It doesn't have a red scope or anything, this just, yeah, they made this to look cool. Here again you have the extra functions that you get with this light rifle, so linear kickback, pump action reload, motion active scope, and 100 Hz TV compatibility. And also here on the sides you also have the warning on which TVs this light rifle works or doesn't. And here on the back we have another picture of how the gun looks like / the rifle looks like, and here we have a little box that tells you again what this light rifle is capable / on which systems you can use it. So here 100 Hz TV compatibility, motion active scope, removable stock barrel and scope, all the extra parts that you get, pump action reloaded or reloader, realistic linear liner kickback feature, not really true, but anyways. And here are the extra functions: normal, burst, auto reload, and auto fire. Xbox Live support, memory cartridge slot, supports all video connections including component video and rubberized butt on the stock. Yeah, those were the boxes, and now I'm gonna show you the stealth scope controller. So here we have the controller. Gonna start right here on the left side. Here you have your X button, the white button, back, start, the pump action, trigger of course. Then here on the top you can activate or deactivate the motion sensor / the scope trigger. Here you can adjust the sensibility of the motion sensor on the back. Here we have a mini stick, which is also the D-pad. And down here we have a button on the left and on the right sides, which is used if you want to remove the stock. Afterwards you have to push those buttons and then you can get rid of the stock. Then here on the back, if you can see it, here are the two motion sensors, and here we have a memory cartridge slot. So here you can insert a memory card if you want. Then here on top we have here this little opening, and this is for the scope. Here you can insert the scope. Then here on the right side we have the switch to turn on or off the kickback action. Here we have all the extra functions that you get: normal, auto reload, auto fire, and burst. Here we have the Y button, black button, and the B button, and here on the front we have the photodiode. Now, if you play Silent Scope, which is the only game that uses this scope trigger / the motion sensor on the back, when you calibrate the weapon, you have to turn off basically the scope trigger, and after you're done calibrating the light rifle, then you have to turn it on in order to make it work. If you don't like the scope trigger / the function with the motion sensor, you can also use the B button to activate or deactivate the magnification in the game. Okay, and now we come to the extra parts. Here you have the stock that came with the rifle. Here you have the barrel, and here you have the scope. There's nothing in there or on there or anything, so it's completely clear, and also all the knobs are just for show. And now I'm gonna assemble everything. So here with the stock, just have to insert it. With the barrel, you have to insert it like this and then turn it so it sticks in there, and we open this up and insert the scope. And now it's completely assembled. And completely assembled, the light rifle has a length of 90 centimeters, and also the cable, and here you have the port, so you can only use it on the original Xbox. The cord is actually pretty long, it's about 3 meters long. So this is the stealth scope controller, and here is the sniper scope controller, except for the fact that there's separately colored, and the fact that the sniper scope has the 100 Hz ability. They are both more or less the same light rifle. Now next I'm gonna show you the sniper scope in action. I don't show you both light rifles in action because it's still going to be a very long review, but I don't want it to be super long or anything. But I tested it before, and I'm gonna test both again later and tell you the pros and cons of the light rifle themselves, and also if there are some differences between the stealth scope and the sniper scope in terms of performance. I'm also gonna tell you about this later on, but next I'm gonna show you the sniper scope in action.
The President one's death be in vain. Hurry! Stay out of my way. How many of these things are there? We found Ultra. Damn. You're...
Some terrorists have kidnapped the president's daughter and are escaping by the highway. Chase them and save her from harm.